All right, guys. So as I began the trip, this is what I purchased. This is Lenovo. It is one of the most popular on Amazon, and you can see right away, it's a soft, okay? So it just didn't offer a lot of the protection that perhaps was needed. It has one zipper compartment in the front, and when you open it, it's pretty basic, right? You got a sleeve for your laptop, which puts the laptop all the way down on the bottom here, which means that, you know, as you're setting it down, that corner is making contact. Is that what caused that hinge issue? Don't know. But anyway, this bag is far from unimpressive. The other thing is I took a couple of days trips from Japan heading up to Kyoto from Tokyo, and trying to use this to put clothes in here was a joke, just a joke. So I've migrated to this guy. I'm gonna put a link to this guy in the comments down below, but wow, so far I'm so impressed. The other thing that turned out to be a real problem with this bag is there's no way to connect it to your rollerboard. You know, I'm always in the airport with the carry-on with a rollerboard, and this guy has no little sleeve. So I'm always trying to tie this thing around it somehow or hold on to it. It's just not convenient. And it's floppy, it's just, it was a big letdown. It was popular on Amazon, which is why I purchased it, and it also fit the 15, but now I've gone to this. This arrived yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. So issue number one, addressed. Okay, there's the little sleeve that goes over the top of your rollerboard handles, and that means my hands are free. I only have to grab one thing instead of trying to hold on to the rollerboard handle and somehow get a hold of this so it doesn't fall off. And every time I would stop, the damn thing falls off. But now that's gone. Next thing is these guys here have the clip going across the front. So if you are going to wear both straps, you've got a way to fasten them in the front, which that guy moved a lot. And so this is better. Let's take a look at the other thing with this is expandable, and it is amazing. So here, that's your width, basic width. This guy doesn't get any bigger than this, okay? That's it. So you can see, trying to put clothes in here was definitely a challenge. This expands through this main zipper over here. You run this all the way around, and this thing will open up. You see that? It opens up to a really significant width. So if I'm taking a day trip, even if I'm heading from Japan to Thailand for the day, look at this. You guys see that? Absolutely, I can get clothes in here now. There is no two ways about it compared to that. Plus all my electronics will be protected. And I'm gonna show you what it's got in there for options. I'm very impressed with this, guys. I really am. Just a terrific bag. While we've got it open, one of the things you can see right here now, that once you've extended it, if you are traveling and bringing clothes with you, this is a bottle holder. So you've got something which would have been handy on that. Japan is hot. And so I'm always having tea, and now I have to have that little bottle of tea in my short pocket. I'll just be able to expand this now and keep my shorts dry. And right here is your internal. You can connect here to your USB, the new super fast, or the old USB, and charge up your phone. As long as you've got the additional, spare battery pack in here, you can charge just by connecting right to that on the outside. But you can see right away. Look at the appearance and the protection you're getting in here. Now let's go into the inside and take a look at some of the compartments and how you can stow. I think we'll just start on the outside here, guys. So again, instead of just the one zipper from Lenovo and this thing being all floppy, here you've got a super well protected, nice cover, zipper on the top. And there is adequate storage in here for anything you guys might want to drop. Look at that, your entire arm goes down there. And what do you find in here? Fantastic. I was having this floating around in this guy all over the place, but they've got a key lock on here, and this thing just clicks right off. So if you keep it attached to this tether, when it's in here, you press this button and the keys come off, you put them in your pocket and you're off and running. And now you know where your keys are. They're always down here in that bottom compartment. The next thing on the front, there's another zipper here for this sleeve, perfect for the iPad. So you're going through TSA, and you can just pull out an iPad here if you don't happen to have the laptop with you, and you're off and running. And let's look at the laptop compartment is in the back. So unzip this, And look at this. Again, another sleeve for an iPad here, which I actually do travel with too. And this is your main computer protection. And this is so heavily padded back here. All the way down. All the way down it's padded. Plus the computer is on the inside. So your back is protecting it. And I'm hoping, I'm really hopeful this is going to offer a lot more protection. But this one does not open all the way. Okay, it only opens to half, which makes it a real pain in the ass trying to get clothes in there. And this one, look, how much easier could it be? Now, once it's extended, this area here becomes your clothing. But you've got nice mesh to control what you have in here as well, to keep it all organized. It's a big deal when you're traveling, guys. And then in here you got 2 sleeves. So this is where I keep the additional power pack. It plugs into this, and that feeds the exterior, right? So you're off and running there. And then nicely reinforced all around the edges on that too. And there's another pen holder in here, but there's 2 in the front. So this is nice. And these mesh nets do a great job of keeping things organized. So let's go ahead and zip that up and we'll go to the front compartment. Now in here, you've got 2 more containers. This, 2 more support areas, and a mesh net down there for any associated wire. This guy here has been absolutely fantastic. This is an inverter. So it's along the lines of what we've been talking about, guys, with the solar stuff here. It's not solar, but this is an inverter. And very, very important, because even in Japan, you don't have the grounded outlet. So you plug this guy into your outlets there and you're getting, plus it's taken, Japan's at 100 and this bumps it up to 120. And you know that your devices are all getting fed with the amount of electricity they're used to in the US. It's important. And in Thailand, it's the same thing. Thailand, you got these different type of adapters. I think I'm going to revisit this strategy as well, guys, because dragging these things all over the place with me is, they're bulky and they kind of poke. I think it's just better to go to Thailand and buy one when you get there. It's cheap. Why travel with it, right? So there's an update. But these inverters are critical. And you just turn it on. You've got your USB, your standard, and your fast USB here. And if you've seen some other videos, you've seen that I'm using these at pretty much every hotel. But this little inverter is a must-have. And it just guarantees that no matter what country you're in, everything's been stepped up to 110 or 120, and you're getting good, clean voltage. And I haven't had a problem with anything. Because, you know, once you get overseas, you're going to realize your phone is massively important. This is how I travel through all the trains. This is how I travel through just making all my Expedia reservations. Everything is in the go, calling a taxi in Japan. It's all in here. And so if you charge it with something that's going to fry it, wow, have you really cost yourself a nightmare. Anyway, this is absolutely terrific. Works great. I recommend that as much as I recommend this bag. The other thing, you know, and I've got the other little, you guys have seen this. This is my internet router, which coming into hurricane season, these are critical too. But another thing is you got 2 pen holders where the other guy only had 1. And again, everything is nicely protected. So don't make the mistakes that I made when you're starting out. Even though this is like the #1 selling on Amazon, it does not offer the protection. And if you're going to be traveling, it doesn't have any containment for additional clothing, where this expands and you've got so much more room. It's just a wonderful bag, and it's more formed. So, you know, when you're approaching TSA, it's not going to look like something that they want you to check. You know, it's got a shape that's been withheld. And great bag, great bag. So again, I'll put links to this guy in the bottom, and this guy too, I guess, just in case some of you haven't seen that. But these are great inverters, and it just has a little plug, goes in the front, right? And then you plug that into your outlet there at whatever country you're in with the associated adapter, and you're off and running, and you know your devices are protected. And you're going to want that, guys. These things just are so important when you're on the road. And for the traveler, as far as the bags this guy is being retired. Should not have gone that route. This thing offers so much more. But it's my first time doing this and becoming a nomad. And now that I'm on the road constantly, I just got back to the US. I've been gone for 5 months. I did go ahead and buy a property in Japan and another one in Mongolia. But the property in Japan, I will be restarting the internet and solar business so you guys can see what inverters I'm using there, the panel setup, cable, all that. I'll be doing that all again from Japan. And I tested before I left. I had 2 Amazon deliveries to the house. They worked out perfect in Japan. But my inverters and my choices of equipment have completely changed. So it's going to be all new. It's going to be fun. And here we go. But this guy's key, absolutely a great little inverter for travel. And it is amazing. Amazing. I'm very impressed with it. And I know I'm going to get a lot more protection for the more expensive laptop out of this guy than I got out of that. All right. Keep you updated once we get started on the solar panels and the inverters and all that stuff from the Japanese house. It's going to be fun. So this laptop here is the Dell I bought before I left the States, heading over to Asia. And I use this a lot. I mean, I need a computer. This is how I connect to my banks. I want to make sure I've got a secure connection. My iPads, I go ahead and connect to the hotel Wi-Fi so that I can upload videos, which means they're sacrificial. You don't know if you got a virus on there, you just don't know. So these, I try to keep version, and I only connect on this going through a device that I know has never been in a public network. And unfortunately, the Dell has taken a dive over here, just through travel. You can hear that, I'm sure, but this hinge is now disconnected and pulls the whole frame off when you open and close it, and it's new. It's just over a year old. I purchased it, thank God, on a card with extended warranty, but of course Dell is being absolute garbage when it comes to trying to honor the warranty or get the thing repaired. Not expensive to start off with, but just not worth it. Just not worth it. But anyhow, did sustain some damage here, and that's led me to this Mac. I got the MacBook Air 15, fantastic machine, setting it up, getting myself familiar with that. Not a Mac PC user, or a Mac user, sorry, I've always been PC, but I've already transitioned over onto this guy now, and I'm very pleased that under the new setup, you can just install Windows applications, because I'm a big Excel guy, and I was able to put Excel on here as an app without having to create the old Windows partition. I'm sure a lot of you are more familiar with that than me. Anyway, this is what we're migrating to. It's a fantastic system, and I want to make sure it's protected because I don't know what caused this damage. Was it the traveling bag that I had, or was it housekeeping? Don't know. Or is it just because this is genuinely cheap crap, this Inspiron? This did cost, 3 times more, but so far it's just been a little bit better machine, or a lot better machine, sorry.